Guys, Ethereum is pumping like crazy. We're coming up to key resistance. We're still on this buy signal from the SMC bot. And this is a massive level. If we can actually break through this level, we're going to push up to 4,000. And what happens when you keep testing a level, it's like a door. The more times you test it, the weaker it becomes. And then eventually you do tend to break through the door. Now we are at resistance. It's a big moment. We do need to get over this level, guys. And if we can even hold here, if we can consolidate here below this resistance, or if we can kind of hover around this level, it's absolutely fine for me. We don't want to see a violent rejection from this level, and we do want to sort of either consolidate here or try and move above. The SMC bot, as you guys know, we updated the bot recently. We added this legend, and these daily bottom signals are phenomenal. Look at this daily bottom candle on the SMC bot. It printed around $1,500, and you can see over here bright green. When you get these bright greens, it usually means that it's finding a bottom, and it's just been up only ever since, right? So absolutely phenomenal. If you're using the bot, please tag me in the Discord if you see any of these, especially on larger assets like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, things with big market caps. It's been so consistent, and when we get the next one of these on some next pullbacks, I really want to be taking some high leverage longs and just experimenting with it because it's been so consistent. So update from Cointelegraph here. In the past 24 hours, 80,000 traders were liquidated for a total of $223 million. The largest single order was a $5 million Ethereum USDC position. We keep seeing traders getting liquidated. As we know, we've been looking on chain. There is some huge short positions that could still potentially be liquidated. We're talking about hundreds of millions, if not billions, if the price pushes up above 4,000. So it's very, very likely, because we're so close to 4,000 now, it's very likely that this continues, especially when the ETFs open again tomorrow. It's the weekend, right? So the ETFs have been closed, and we're still holding up here with the ETF close. You know, imagine when we have access to that TradFi liquidity potentially coming into the market tomorrow. $331 million worth of shorts will get liquidated when the price reaches $4,000. So a lot of people are looking at this level. We still see insane amounts of shorts on Ethereum, and it's kind of normal when it's been going down for so long, right? It's been going down for like 12, 13 months. People do go into disbelief when these things start pumping, but you know, I always say, if in doubt, zoom out. Ethereum has still not made an all-time high this cycle, right? So many assets have gone on to make an all-time high, and Ethereum still hasn't. Even with this ETF, the BlackRock accumulation, we now have Robinhood that are using the Arbitrum chain. We have Tom Lee, who is basically saying sell Bitcoin and buy Ethereum. We still haven't made an all-time high, and it would be very unusual, given the new fundamentals, to not push to an all-time high. Now, I did think ETH was going to struggle. We had Solana was coming up, Sui was coming up, but then we had Tom Lee come in and basically become the Michael Saylor for Ethereum, trying to pitch it to institutions. A lot of companies, a lot of institutions are listening to these people, and we've had crazy news events, right? The President of the United States has officially signed the Genius Act into law. We are seeing global institutional adoption of Web3 into the TradFi ecosystem, stable coins, borrowing and lending. You know, this ETH is finally this is what we kind of expected from ETH, you know, a long time ago, but we didn't really see it happening, right? We had the previous government were very bearish, and you know, they were rolling out fines, and the SEC were kicking back on everything, and it was going to be a struggle. But under the new administration, we're seeing total adoption. And I will add, guys, on chain, I'm seeing some crazy insiders accumulating at the moment. We're seeing loads of insiders on chain, especially this weekend, have been buying and positioning into altcoins very heavily. $10 trillion Charles Schwab to launch Bitcoin and Ethereum trading services. So we're seeing people who were historically bearish on Web3, on crypto, coming into the market. And this is not just a small institution or a small company, guys. This is $10 trillion. Absolutely insane. And they're now talking about providing services because their clients are asking for it, right? And their clients are saying, hey, we want to get into this market and we want to, stake with you, but you're not providing these services. So we're seeing more access to Bitcoin, to Ethereum, to crypto rolling out with the institutions. Now, some might say, this is a sign of the times and we could see a pullback. Eventually, I do think so, yes. I don't think that we're just going to continue up only. I do think we are going to have a pullback at some point or another. Right now, the trend is your friend. And if we do break this 4,000 target, then we can actually push much higher, guys. Some people have been quoting here, you can see on X, some people have been quoting 6,700. I don't think I would actually hold my longs open that long. As you guys know, I've been taking loads of longs recently. I doubled down on Ethereum, so I actually opened 2 trades, one on 20x, 0.1%, around $3,000. And then I done a 1% position, so a much larger position on 10x, and both of those are absolutely printing. I think I'm up about nearly $30,000, and this was on the 13th of July. So, just 7 days ago, guys, we placed these trades, and Bitcoin. I'm still long on Bitcoin. Just 7 days ago, we made these trades, and I'm up around $30,000. So, just shows how quickly things can change. I did hit my stop loss on my BTC short, and I quickly flipped. As soon as we broke through resistance, as a trader, right, I short resistance and I long support, and it turned out to be a very good decision. Here is my copy of my trade, so you can see, guys, I'm not just talking, I'm actually showing you guys the trades that I'm taking and the profits. And I've already taken $3,000 in profit, so I took around 25% off. And people say to me, when are you gonna close your trade? I don't close trades, guys. I just slowly dollar cost average out. It doesn't make sense to me to just close a trade. Why would I just close this Ethereum trade? With the market closed on a weekend, potential, we might push up and break 4,000 here. And yes, we could come down, and that's fine. I can just dollar cost average, right? I can just take profits and DCA. If we push to the upside, I'll DCA out. If we push to the downside, I'll DCA out. It doesn't make sense just to close a trade, because then that doesn't give me any access to the upside, right? It doesn't give me any exposure to the upside if we do break this trend, and the trend is your friend until the end. Right now, the trend is bullish. So yeah, that's my recent trade, and then this is my degen trade that I took on CoinW, and you can see there 525% in profit. So some really nice trades. Big up some of the guys in my Discord. Now this trader, I think, held his trade open from the first long we took. So if you guys remember, we actually started to take some longs in the tariff crash when the markets were massively oversold, when everyone was panicking about the tariff fears. We actually did take a long. I already took profits on that first long, but I have opened another long since, and this guy's absolutely killed it. I wish I'd have held my long open, because it would have been over $100,000. Yeah, absolutely killed it. 2,700% profit. So just a quick update, guys. For now, I'm going to see how things go. I like to see how things close on a Monday. The markets are closed. It's the weekend. I want to see how things pan out tomorrow. It will kind of set up the week, right? If we open bearish and we finish bearish tomorrow, sometimes you'll have a bearish week. But if the market holds up, if the S&P holds up, it should be good. The on-chain data does indicate that we are going to have a good week next week, and there's been rumors that we do have some big announcements and some big news coming next week. Okay, so keep an eye out for that. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the YouTube channel so you don't miss out on any of the videos. I still need to tell you guys what I'm longing, the portfolio I built a couple of days ago. Actually, I think it was last week. I built a mini portfolio for about 50k, and it's doing really well. I think most things have pumped. I think Render's pumped. ETH's obviously pumped, Sui's pumped. I mean, the whole market's pumping, right? When Ethereum actually breaks into an uptrend, guys, altcoins tend to rally, right? This is kind of what we've been waiting for. We just went into this kind of weird mini bear market for like 12 months. The grayscale sell pressure started to stop, and when the grayscale sell pressure started to slow down, that's when we started to see ETH break and move to the upside. So yeah, that portfolio is doing quite well. I'm going to hold it for now, because I still think if ETH continues to move to the upside, it's likely we're going to see Solana move to the upside. It's likely we're going to see a lot of the altcoins move to the upside. So I'm still holding that open. A lot of my longs, I'm still holding open. And I have opened 2 more long positions today on assets that are massively down and haven't rallied. And we're starting to get some of these buy signals from the SMC bot on those assets as well. And historically, you know, when we get buy signals, especially on the weekly time frames, it's really consistent for these pushes to the upside. So I've opened 2 new trades. If you want to jump inside the Discord and you want to see my long positions, you want to see what I'm buying, then head over to my X account. So you can see the name of my X account here. Just type this into Twitter, and that's going to take you to my channel. And here you can see the links to join and get involved with us. Just click the Patreon button. And you also get the SMC bot for free. So you get this bot for free inside your own inside your own trading view. So you can see these buy and sell signals on any assets that you want to look at as well, right? So if we just click Solana here, just click Solana, and then it's going to give you the buy and sell signals in your own trading view, so you can see them for yourself. Yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe. Follow the X. I'll tell you what, follow my Telegram too. You'll see that linked on my X on the link. Because I'll post some gems in the Telegram first before I post them on YouTube. The Telegram's completely free, by the way. So follow the Telegram, and I'm going to post some alpha in there, maybe tonight, maybe tomorrow, for some things that we've brought today and yesterday. And I'm going to try and do videos on those next week. I need to do so many videos, guys, because we've been buying a lot, and have to be on the ball when the market's like this. When it's getting a bit frothy, you have to be on the ball because it can move very, very fast. So I'm setting up a strategy for this ETH position, and you know, if we move to the upside or downside, I want to make sure that I've got a plan or a strategy. Look, it's going to be very hard to do this and come down to our initial entry when you've got so much interest and buy pressure now. But hey, anything's possible, and I like to have a plan for either or. If we push to the upside, I've got a plan. If we push to the downside, I've got a plan. As usual, none of the information in this video is financial advice, guys. Do your own research. Investing in crypto is highly risky. You can lose all of your money investing in anything, especially crypto. And I am not a financial advisor. Don't forget, like and subscribe. Until then, I'll catch you in the next one.